Hey all, my name's Julia, and I am a person on a path of personal growth and discovery. And today I wanted to come on and make this video for two reasons. One, because I do not know a single woman who in her life did not have some kind of issue with body image. And for two, I do not know a single woman who in her life did not have some kind of issue with food. Now, this is something that has been a big part of my own path of growth, discovery, and a lot of inner turmoil. I've caught myself caught many a time in that age-old cycle of binge, feel shame and guilt, try to hide it from the world, not express myself, not show up authentically, and then repeat. However, I also recognize that there is a way out of this cycle. And while I wouldn't say that I get it perfect 100% of the time, I do have a couple things that may help you if you find yourself often in this same pattern. Now, first of all, I want to be really vulnerable and say that the number one insight I had around this behavior for me was this underlying feeling of unworthiness. Am I enough? Do I have what it takes? Will they actually like me? These thoughts often held me back from doing the things that I really wanted to do in life. These thoughts held me back from expressing my true self. I recognize that my true self is actually quite loud, quite boisterous. She enjoys being silly and expressing herself in authentic ways. I also recognize that this is sometimes triggering for some people because, much like myself, they have been taught to suppress that. To be small, be polite, be precious and seen, perhaps not heard. And so in my own journey of self-discovery, I have been able to uncover some of these deeper needs, deeper desires that I had to actually allow myself to be who I really want to be. Without fear of what people are going to think, without fear of how I might offend other people. Because I recognize that this life is mine to live. And if I go through this whole life living my life for someone else, then I will absolutely regret it. I'll feel anger, I'll feel resentment, and then what do I do with those emotions? I stuff them down, usually with food, sometimes with weed, sometimes with alcohol, sometimes with some other substance, some other distraction that does not really serve me. So the question then becomes, how do I allow myself to be my authentic self? How can I fill that void of unworthiness that sometimes exists with something other than food? Something more like love? Well, I've been doing some thinking and I've been doing some practicing, and I want to share with you what has been working for me along my journey. Now, of course, there are the conventional methods, especially regarding weight loss or building a loving connection with your body. These would include things like exercising regularly, eating healthy foods, like providing and having those healthy foods readily available so that when those cravings come on, you're not as tempted. This list isn't exactly that. This is a little more unconventional. So the first thing that really helped me to connect with a more loving attitude towards my body so that I could heal my relationship with food was number one, to connect with my emotions. So for me, this looked like doing journaling. Just asking myself, what am I feeling today? What am I feeling right now? What is it that's coming up for me right now that is causing me to crave some kind of substance? And rather than automatically reaching for that substance, I allowed myself to just take a breath and journal about it. Or maybe you're more of a voice recorder type, or maybe you just want to make a video for yourself. Call a friend and tell them what you're feeling. These are all positive ways to connect with your emotions. The second thing that really allowed me to build this practice of self-love was to connect more with my breath. I was able to do this through meditation, but breathwork also is such a beautiful tool to do this. Maybe meditation for you doesn't also just look like sitting on a cushion on your mat, but maybe it means going for a walk in nature. Maybe it means going for a swim. Maybe that does mean exercising. But doing something that you can be really connected with your own breath, your own body, the sensations that are coming up for you, and just allowing yourself to sit with them. That's all. No judging, no blaming, no pointing fingers. Just sitting with the emotions and being okay with what is. The third thing that really helped me along my journey was building my self-expression. So for me, this really meant going outside of my comfort zone and allowing my voice to be heard. It meant that I checked in more often with what my needs and emotions actually were, but not only that, I allowed myself to actually express them. I allowed myself to ask for what it was that I wanted in life. And then when I did, I felt a lot better. Because even though I sometimes have that craving for something sweet or maybe a desire to get high, I acknowledge that there is a deeper need underneath. And when I express that need to another human being, it creates such a beautiful shift in my own energy and often creates a deeper connection between myself and the person that I'm opening up to. The fourth thing that really helped me along my own journey, similarly to the last one, was just having an accountability buddy. Having someone that I could admit my faults to when I felt like I slipped up. When I felt like I had that shame coming up. Because if I had that shame and I didn't express it, it often just created that loop, created that cycle, and then it kept going. But if I acknowledged it, acknowledged the behavior, the shame that came with it, and actually expressed it, it allowed me the space and ability to just let that go. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to hold on to it. It's in the past. I can forgive myself and choose something different. The fifth thing that really helped me along my own path is to develop a solid morning routine. Now, this can look like a number of different things. Maybe it is the meditation. Maybe it is the breath work. For me, something really valuable with my own morning routine is having that consistency. Waking up at the same time every day and giving myself space for me, to quiet my mind, to connect with my body. One of my favorite aspects of this, and one of my favorite tools that really works for me, and especially in acknowledging and countering that belief, that fear that I am not enough, that I am unworthy, that people won't like me or appreciate what I have to say, is staring at a mirror. And I time myself when I do this because it is a little uncomfortable. But staring at a mirror and telling myself for 3 to 5 minutes that I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. You are enough. And we are enough. And that's it. There's no pulling. There's no grasping. There's nothing that has to be done, no achievements that need my attention, other than right here, right now, this love that I am willing and able to give myself. And only from that place do I then want to create in the world. Do I then have the ability to connect with my own inspiration, my own passion. Like I said, it's been a practice and a process of developing these habits more regularly. But I do want you to know that it is available to you, and I think that these are some very powerful tools that can help you along your own practice. I would love for you to comment down below and let me know if you've ever tried these, if they've ever worked for you, and if you haven't, let me know that you're willing to commit to trying them. Let me know that you are willing to change your behaviors because you know that you are worth it. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for your time, your energy, and your presence here today. I wish you many peace, much peace, and many blessings. Namaste.